This is going to be a short video, but in it, I'm going to share my best technique for placing good support and resistance areas. And this is one of the most important videos about support and resistance in this course. Because if you follow what I explain in this video, you're going to place your areas much faster, much more efficiently, and with much less stress than you would otherwise. You've already learned a few things about support and resistance areas. You learned that recent data is the most important, and you learned about BCW. Now comes the hard part. Support and resistance areas do not need to be perfect. And that's the hard part. Support and resistance areas do not need to be perfect. Technically, this is actually the easy part. If support and resistance does not need to be perfect, it makes placing them easier. However, most people do not want to hear this. They'd rather spend 1 hour placing the perfect support and resistance area instead of spending 30 seconds placing an imperfect one. It's silly, really. The reason most people struggle placing support and resistance areas is because they overthink them and they try to make them perfect. They obsess over every single area trying to get it just right, but it's pointless. You will never get your support and resistance areas perfect. If I place areas on a chart and you place areas on the same chart, our areas will not be exactly the same. Even if we both do a great job, our areas will be close, but guaranteed I will have some 20 pips higher or lower than yours. But does that matter? No. Because when price approaches an area, you can always adjust your support and resistance based on the most recent data. And also, because price bounces from a rough area, not a line, support and resistance areas are areas, not specific 100% down to the pip price levels. They are general areas in which buyers and sellers are located. So when you start the exercises at the end of this video, keep in mind that you do not need to get every area perfect. If an area you place is 20 pips above mine, it doesn't matter. As long as your areas are close, that is fine. Because what would you rather do? Spend 1 hour on each chart measuring pip by pip the best possible placement? Or would you rather throw all your areas up in under 1 minute? I know what I prefer, and I know what works best in the long run. Stop stressing, stop aiming for perfection, just place your areas the best you can and use them. If you are wrong, price will tell you. So promise yourself right now, do not try and get the perfect support and resistance placements. Perfection is impossible and time consuming and pointless. Like I said, price will tell you if a support resistance area is wrong. So look at this area. Now let's imagine this area is about 30 pips too high. What's going to happen? Well, price is going to bounce from below it. And then it's going to bounce from below it again. And then when it bounces from below it twice, you know that this support resistance area can be adjusted and pulled down a little bit. Price will tell you if your support and resistance is not perfect. So please stop wasting time on trying to get the perfect support and resistance areas. Just place them as best you can. And if you can do that, then we can move on to the next step. I'm going to show you how you can learn to place support and resistance areas on any chart in under 1 minute. You're not going to learn to do this overnight. It will take time and effort. But when you do learn it, support and resistance becomes easy. I'm also going to give you a few exercises to complete. First, let's summarize the process for placing support and resistance areas on a chart. Open the chart, and if it helps, you can actually zoom out. Then you have to place the easy ones first. They are usually the large body bounces. Next, you look for the less significant body bounces, not as big as the easy ones, but obvious ones. Next, you look for the obvious areas. These will generally be congestion points or wick bounces, but they can also be a mix of all three BCW. You will want to place 2 to 3 areas above current price and 2 to 3 areas below current price. You can place more if you want, but it's not really that important. 2 to 3 areas above, 2 to 3 areas below is more than enough. Done. Easy. That's how you place support resistance areas. You open up your chart, you identify the easy ones, the obvious ones, you identify the ones that are a little less obvious, and you identify the ones that are a little less obvious than those ones. And then you've got your support resistance placed. Now, below this video is a series of exercises for you to follow. I also have a training plan for you to follow. This training plan will help you get to the level at which you can place support and resistance on a chart quickly and efficiently in under a minute like I do. So please check out the training plan and follow it. Please follow it. It's going to take some time each day if you can manage it. But if you can't manage every day, do it every second day, every third day. But please follow this plan. If you can dedicate just a little bit of time out of your day to do this, you are going to be at a point in just a few months where you can play support and resistance areas just like I can in under a minute on any chart. I'll see you in the next video.